What's going on, guys? It is John Coda, your day trading coach. And today you're going to get 3 stocks that are most likely to 3x or 4x this month. This is not clickbait. This is actually stocks that are most likely to 3x or 4x this month. And I'm super excited to share this with you guys. Nothing is guaranteed in the stock market, as you guys know, and as you guys who have been tuning into the channel are aware. But looking at these stocks, they have the record of going 3x and 4x, and they're right around the level where they're likely to do that with very minimal risk to us as traders. So I'm going to go into these stocks, how to actually trade them, and how you guys can 3x or 4x your money with these stocks. It's going to be super exciting. Welcome to the channel. This is a channel for traders who want to gain consistent profitability in the market, who want to learn how to trade, and who want to take charge of their financial future. So thank you again for coming, and let's get started. Awesome. Let's get going. So right here, we do have the first stock. This stock is called GOVX. GOVX. And GOVX, as you know, has been a very popular stock for traders, especially retail traders like us. However, what really makes GOVX stand out is the fact that it is now again at this consolidation period. Okay, it's at a consolidation period, and this thing has the tendency to just take off like a rocket. And last time that it took off like this, it was just staying at these lows and it was just consolidating for a while. That's how these stocks tend to behave before they actually take off. So don't fret or don't become afraid if the stock starts trending down. I'd say unless the stock comes down all the way to 50 cents, then we are still good to go. That being said, right now the stock's above $1. So how do we reconcile with that? How do we reconcile with the fact that we could lose 50% on our position if we were to take a position right now? Well, the truth is there's no way really of controlling that. The stock definitely can go from $1.18 to 50 cents at some point. And it doesn't mean that we would have to sell it at that point. Although if it goes below 50 cents, I would definitely say, yes, do sell it. But we don't have to sell it if it comes to 75 cents. We don't have to sell it if it comes to 50 cents. We don't. However, what we do want to think about is, okay, this stock has gone parabolic before. This stock has trended down before going parabolic. We see right here, it did go from the 79-cent level all the way down to about 65 cents before it actually went parabolic again and basically went 5x. Okay. So how do we reconcile that? How do we look at that, and how do we take advantage of being a part of this possible parabolic move without just basically throwing our money away or allowing it to trend down and just losing money that way? How do we do that? I think that's the big question that you guys want an answer to. And the answer is fairly simple. The answer is we don't go in all at once. We don't go in all at once. Instead, we wait. We wait for this stock to kind of calm down a little bit, and then we take an entry, and we don't take an entry all at once. Okay, we're not going to buy 1,000 shares right now. Okay, instead we're going to say, all right, I'm going to buy 100 shares, and then tomorrow I'm going to buy 100 shares, and if it goes lower, as long as it stays above 50 cents, I'm going to buy another 100 shares, and we're going to do that over and over and over again. Okay, until we're at a position size that we're comfortable with, and then we're going to wait. Then we're going to wait a week, 2 weeks. And if this thing goes parabolic and shoots back up, great. We 3x or 4x our money, cut it off right there. And I do recommend holding this one for at least 1 or 2 days after it goes parabolic to get the most out of it. And at that point, at that point, you're pretty much set, right? There's not really anything else you have to do. So that's the strategy that I'm going to use for this one, and that's also the strategy I'm going to use for these other parabolic stocks. It's definitely a strategy you guys should consider as well. Let's go into stock number 2. So stock number 2 here is a stock called AUR. AUR is a stock I've been watching for a while. That's why there's so many lines here. I was actually going to pick it up above $3 in hopes that it would go to $3.50, but it never really did that. Kind of did a false breakout here before coming back down. So right now the stock is at it came down to about 209 before it shot back up to 250. So this is a stock that I'm thinking about trading tomorrow, and this is a stock that can go pretty high as well. I wouldn't say this one would be like a parabolic stock that can go 3x, 4x. And so I'm only including it in here because I want you guys to be aware of kind of like the trade plans that we do. And we do these trade plans where we basically get the most likely stocks. This stock is going to be a likely stock. It's most likely going to trend sideways for the next 2 days. And then on the third day, it's probably going to go to $3. So that's why I'm including it here. I am not counting it towards the 3 parabolic stocks that get 3x or 4x. So don't worry, you're still going to get all 3 of those. But this is I always post a daily trade plan. And so I want to let you guys know that with AUR, we want to enter above $2.50, and we want to have profit targets at $2.59 and $2.74 with a stop loss at $2.33. Okay, so there is the trade plan for AUR. Now, stock number 2 that can 3x or 4x is INDO. INDO already picking up, already showing us the bull flag. If it holds this momentum, then it can definitely go from where it is right now, which is around $8 to around $12. Now that's kind of like a 1.5x given where it's at, but this stock has 2x before from $6 to $12. So it's not impossible for this to go 2x. Okay, INDO. So with INDO, we want it to actually hold above this $8 level. Okay, that's when we're actually want to pick that one up, and then we want to sell it around the $10 and $11 levels. Okay, if we're going conservative, or we can wait, of course, for the $13, $14, $16 if we want to really go for the 2x. But I highly recommend just going for the 1.5x here. 50% return in a few days is really, really good. So this is INDO. Again, we want to manage our position size here. We don't want to go super, super heavy, and we want to make sure that the $8 level is held with this stock. The $8 level is held with INDO, and by that I mean if the candlesticks go below $8, then they have to pull up relatively quickly, at least within the same day. But in my opinion, they should be pulling back within like 6 minutes at the most. So that's kind of the plan with INDO. It's another good one. It's another one with a lot of potential, and it's definitely one we want to be looking at to 2x our money. All right, we do have one more stock here, and that stock is SIGA. SIGA. Now, this is a fan favorite, at least for me, because I was trading the stock back when it was at $14, and then it did 2x to about $27. Okay, so it's like 1.9x, but I'll just call it 2x because, you know, I mean, if you're getting $27 on 14, that's like 1.95. So let's call it 2x. All right. So right now it is again at that $14 level. I don't think it's going to push much below here, especially because it's showing a resistance that it never really showed before. It did show resistance or support here at around $15. But going to 14, I think that's going to be the limit, especially given how much more support there is at the $14 level. If it continues to fall, then it can fall to the $11 or $10 before actually pushing back up. However, something for you guys to keep in mind when you're trading stocks that can go parabolic. They oftentimes, and not just stocks that go parabolic, but all stocks, institutions will often push them lower before they actually go higher. And the reason why they do that is because it provides fuel for the stock to go higher. If they push the stock lower, then it's basically getting a bunch of sellers in, and it's removing all the selling pressure, okay, because everyone's stop loss is getting hit. and then they buy and they take hold of all of the stock, and then they basically spring that stock upward, and then that stock goes to the moon. And this is also why in my trading strategy for my pro students, I teach them how to get in and out of the stock. So if they do have a stock that goes below their stop loss and they might want to sell it because it looks like a sign of weakness, they can get right back in and ride that wave to the top, erasing their losses and skyrocketing their profits for the day. So this stock, SIGA, one we want to take a similar approach with to INDO. If we see it continuing to fall, then I wouldn't start buying most of the position there. I would wait for it to find the next level of support at around $11 or $10, and then you can start buying again. And then when that upward movement is initiated, then you can begin actually starting to unload some of your position and start to get that kind of 2x on your money. Okay. So slowly unload your position after you see the stock stable out. Now, is it going to stable out here at 14 or is it going to stable out at $10? We'll see. But you can start buying now. Just be aware that it can definitely fall to $10, which is going to be about a 33% decrease from where it is right now. So be willing to kind of brave that. Okay. Kind of be sure to that you can stomach that kind of volatility and hold through it. If that scares you, then have a smaller position size or just wait for it to go to $10. If it never does, then so be it. At least you were able to do something that you were comfortable with. Thank you guys so much for coming to the channel. Thank you for learning with me. The three stocks that we went over today are SIGA, GOVX, and INDO. These are stocks that can go parabolic in September. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day. You guys are awesome. You guys are automatically smarter than 90% of other traders because you watch this channel. So thank you again for tuning in and have a nice day. You guys want to day trade live, side by side with me, John Coda, your day trading coach? Well, if you do, go ahead and reach out to me on the Discord link down below, and you can actually join me and my students and day trade live in the market where we take winning trades every single day.